How you doing? This is Bob from Makana Odyssey, and I'm going to do a reading now for cancer. It's a request from someone who wants to have a cancer reading. However, when I do them on YouTube, what I do is this is a general reading for many of you. If somebody wants a direct private reading, you can always contact me at 321-274-7442. And then it's more personal, the reading, but this is in general. So let's get started with that right away. What I do see for you, I see a few things for you. Let's say this. I see new beginnings positively coming for you. I also see there's a possibility, only a possibility, that in some way or another you can have a problem with some kind of maybe separation from something or someone or something in that area. So be careful of that. That might be coming your way, possibly. Again, for some views, it's coming no matter what. But others, just be careful. You need to get your priorities in line as well. I seem to be distracted on things, and rather than have 100% perspective on the things, on things the way they're going, you seem to have to worry about things pulling you right or left when you need to be going straight. As you can see, you need to be doing what these are doing right here, not with this one, because that seems to where you're at in some ways. Also, you have to be able to look beneath the surface on things as well. So this way you become more aware, because it's very important for you to create an awareness around you, an awareness so that you understand, you got your feet on the ground, you know exactly what's happening, so that you can move ahead without fear. Very important that you move ahead without fear. I do see if you're looking to maybe have some travel or something different, just exercise caution. There is going to be new beginnings. I told you that already, but there's going to be another thing in an emotional way that looks like it'll be good for you. Might be formulating itself. Whether it's that is a relationship with someone, or maybe a rekindling of a relationship between you and someone, or in some way or another, it's going to be something good for you that's going to come again. It is not the lover card. It is this card here, and this card is a communication between two people or a person and something else, like a job or whatever it might be. That looks like it's going to be something good coming your way. Now, in an emotional way, also I do see good things happening for you soon as well. I also see that the situation that you might be in now is going to definitely improve. There will be recovery from that. You're going to do well in that area. I'd see big, again, I'm going to show you. I see happy changes coming your way. See that? Happy changes. And over here, you have the egg. The egg is always new beginnings. It is a magnificent card for starting over, for things, new life. So I think that, yes, things are going to start to be better for you. But you must move ahead again without fear. And you need to move ahead with an understanding. You need to understand your situation, understand what's happening around you in every way. If you do that, you're going to move ahead so much smoother. One thing that happens with us as humans and as people is that we can talk a lot. And yeah, we hear what's coming back, but do we absorb what's coming back? Do we absorb it so that we understand it? No. Many times, what's coming back, we're just picking and choosing and separating things we really want to hear, things we agree with, and things we don't. That's really what happens to us. Rather than sitting down and understanding, what is this person saying? Listen carefully. See, when you're dealing with people, you need to listen carefully to every single thing they're saying. Everything. You'd be surprised how much information you can get off of a person just by listening. Even things that they don't intend to tell you. If you listen carefully, you'll be able to see what's happening around them. So you'll know the degree of honesty and stuff of this sort. So be careful and listen. And if you listen, you're going to be magnificent. Excuse me, I dropped something. Nope. Okay. Caught my chain on the thing coming up. Now, also, okay, good. So what I do see also for you here is that, again, I gotta switch to the glasses. I'm looking here at a card that I pulled for you. This card here is saying that for some of you, be very careful in the relationship that you're in, or coming up on, I should say. Sometimes there's not enough chemistry there to really make things boil over into something magnificent, so be careful of that. That would go more with what I see as far as for some cancers, that you're just broken hearted, the separation can't come up. Make sure that what's happening around you and you're doing is worth happening. It's going to worth something for you in the long run. Happiness. We're all in search of happiness. When I tell people not to compromise, I don't mean that you have to be stubborn and never compromise. What I'm saying is that it has to be a 50-50 deal, not 40-60 or whatever, because then somebody always ends up regretting in some way or another, or there's some kind of hostility, underlining hostility there. So it's a problem. But when you meet at 50% each, then both people know and understand what is there for them, what is not there for them. Now, this is, again, not for every single one of you cancers, but for some, exercise a lot of caution in that area. Others, I have to tell you again, there is new beginning starting for you, no doubt about that. There'll be happy changes for you if you don't fear and you move ahead through thought and through your heart and mind together. Explore every situation. Look beneath the surface. You see here? Beneath the surface. Look around. Make sure everything's okay. Before you throw your heart out or anything, your money, your heart, whatever it is, check things out. Make sure. Don't always lead because if it's an instinct, just the first instinct, or in desperation, or anything like that. You have to put your heart and your mind together, and then you have to make a decision on the direction that you need to go in. Not necessarily the direction you want to go in, the direction you must go in. So how do we do that? We examine the situation, make sure things are okay. What I do tell people sometimes is that put yourself in this gigantic imaginary box and take your life and throw it in that box. Now, you're in there, but you have this out-of-body experience where you raise up and you're looking down at the person in the box and you're going, I want to help that person. Let me see what's going on. And you look at the past, what they have done and the thoughts and the actions that they have taken. And then you go, would I have done that? Would there have been a better outcome if I went in a different direction? And then you look at the thoughts that you're thinking, that person in the box now is thinking of the future. And you go, would I really take that route? What would be better? How could I help this person make a better decision? Remember, the past is the past. Past is gone. It's better forgotten about. Because if the past steers your future, you're screwed. The past cannot steer your future. You have to develop your future, try to design your future as best you can. Now, everybody cannot design the future 1,000,000%. We know that. But at least if you try designing the future when you get there, it is familiar territory. Always think of tomorrow, never of yesterday. If you're always thinking of tomorrow, you're always moving ahead one way or another. If you're thinking of yesterday, you're making the same mistakes. Let me say one thing before I finish this reading in reference to that. People come to me and they go, if there's past life, how come I can't remember? That is the reason right there that they can't remember. Because if you remembered when you came back as a soul and you came back to Earth, you'd do the same screwing up you did before. Because it will be a pattern. This is why we come and we're reborn, and we're a baby, we don't know nothing, and our life starts to develop in one way or another, and we learn. If it's scripted, we can't learn, because we're always falling back on what worked, we thought, or it didn't work, whatever it might be. And we're going to try to do that again. But you know what? Even if you fall back on what worked, and you try to do it again, you're not advancing. You're not moving ahead. You're not having new ideas. You're not developing. You're not moving further in the evolution of the soul. And this life is the same thing. This life, this human body. Make the decisions that are good for you, that are going to change and be better and better and better. Never look back. If you look back, there's too much heartbreak a lot of times when we're looking back. Sometimes you think of situations that happened, maybe with a lover or a job or whatever, and you're just always hesitant and you're tripping. Don't do that. Don't do that. Think of the future. Be happy. Happiness is where it's all what it's about. So, overall, for some cancers, things are going to be magnificent for you. For a lot of new beginnings, recovery, situations will improve. And for a few others, there's going to be a little thing where you need to be careful of possibly separation or your heart being broken. However, the cancers that this resonates with, you'll know who you are. Again, there are billions of you. I can't give you a reading for every single one. But if you want a personal reading where it is just you and I, then contact me at 321-274-7442 or come to my shop at the Redinger Flea Market in Mount Dora, Florida, Saturday and Sunday. And I will help you. And I would love to help you. But again, I can help you in many, many ways, but not if you don't contact me. Okay? So blessed be and namaste. Have a good day. Talk to you later.